Have you noticed any strange sensations in your body recently? Unexplained tension. Fatigue arises at random. Perhaps your skin has started responding in strange ways. Most individuals dismiss these indicators, yet they are not only physical, they are spiritual. When your body releases dark energy residue caused by pain, trauma, suppressed emotions, and energetic poisons, it does not do so silently. It appears physically. If you don't pay attention, you can misinterpret your profound spiritual cleanse as disease, poor luck, or emotional collapse. But this is not the end. It's the start of a new you, a clearer, lighter, and more aware version of yourself. Today, we're delving into 10 physical indicators that indicate you're spiritually expelling dark energy. And if you're feeling even a handful of these, you'll be further ahead than you realize. Let me begin. It's tempting to dismiss skin breakouts as the result of hormonal changes, a poor diet, or inadequate skincare habits. Most individuals are unaware that their skin is the final message in a long chain of physiological activities. When your soul detoxifies and your energy body releases accumulated negativity, often the skin serves as the final entryway. As a result, during spiritual release stages, you may see unusual patterns, small pimples, cystic acne, dry spots, abrupt inflammation, or even rushes developing in previously unnoticed locations. And no matter how healthy your food is or how carefully you care for your skin, they will continue until the discharge is complete. This occurs because your body is expelling dark energy through the physical layer, which may comprise years of suppressed emotional agony, shame, fear, and guilt. Things you believed were gone, but were actually buried deep. Toxins are recalibrated by the internal energy systems. Physical and gentle pressure are applied to deform the skin. It may appear like your body is reacting to the outside environment, but in reality, it is responding to internal changes. You're letting go of past emotions. What adds to the confusion is that topical therapies no longer function. You might use every serum or cleanser on your skin, but if the underlying reason is spiritual, it will not respond since it is not about what you put on it. It's about what passes through it. Interestingly, after the emotional load has been released, the skin typically clears up on its own, rather than slowly. Sometimes it happens virtually overnight. That is how we know the breakout was not random. It was part of the process. If this is occurring to you, do not resist it. Handle your skin lightly. Support your body from inside. Drink more water. Sit in quiet. Cry if you have to. The more you emotionally release, the faster your skin ceases serving as an escape route. This is your body's method of assisting you. It is not assaulting you. It is cleansing you. You awaken, and nothing is physically wrong. You did not overtrain. You slept enough. Your arms and legs feel like they're lugging bricks. Despite the fact that your intellect is attentive, you move slowly. It's not a bodily tiredness. It's an energetic heaviness. And this symptom is sometimes misinterpreted. When your body begins to discharge old, trapped energy, particularly negative emotions like resentment, repressed wrath, and sadness, it passes through your neurological system but does not dissipate immediately. It needs to go via the body's energy channels. Most of those routes pass through your limbs. That explains why your arms and legs feel heavy. They're not fatigued. They are processing. This heaviness is particularly acute following emotional processing. You may not even understand what prompted it, but a memory, a conversation, or even a dream might have shattered something inside of you. Now your body is releasing that sluggish energy, and your limbs are taking it forward. It might seem like you're trudging through deep muck. No matter how hard you try, something keeps dragging you back. This is your soul attempting to go on as your body pulls the old path behind. If you push too hard, attempting to work, perform, or divert yourself, you will feel worse. But if you succumb to the silence, it will pass more quickly. These heavy limb feelings do not persist forever. They arrive in waves. When the energy eventually goes, it is frequently accompanied by an unexpected rush of lightness, as if you have instantly dropped invisible weight because you did. So, the next time you feel as if your body is too heavy to move, but you're not physically ill, pause. Do not fight it. You're expending old energy, and your body requires time to let go. 1 minute you're okay, the next you have a chilly shudder run down your spine, or your chest may suddenly heat up. These unexpected internal temperature variations might be perplexing, especially if your surroundings haven't altered. But spiritually, they have significant importance. You aren't simply feeling off. You're cleaning something deep. When dark energy rises to be released, it interacts with your neurological system, which controls body temperature, heart rate, and emotional regulation. The burning you feel, particularly in your chest, stomach, or spine, is generally the result of past anger, emotional stress, or energy resistance being awakened. This is not psychological. It is somatic. The energy is flowing, and your body responds by producing internal heat to burn away the barriers. Cold feelings, on the other hand, are the result. When a pocket of darkness dissipates, it leaves an energy vacuum. That room seems cooler and lighter, but it's also suddenly hollow. Some refer to it as a spiritual cold. Others say it feels like a breeze is passing through them. But it's not about the temperature. It's about frequency shift. These moments typically occur while you are in silence, resting in bed, meditating, or even dozing off throughout the day. Your body uses these calm periods to initiate deeper healing processes. If the place is warm, yet you feel cold unexpectedly, or if you're calm but flushed, take this as confirmation. Your spirit is operating behind the scenes. This is not a malfunction. It's a transition. The cold does not indicate dread. The heat does not indicate disease. They both indicate that something is finally exiting your system, and your body is assisting in its expulsion. You're sitting still and comfortable, perhaps even attempting to meditate. Suddenly, your leg leaps, your shoulder jerks, or your eye begins to pulse for no apparent cause. These little, seemingly insignificant spasms are not usually neurological. In many spiritual circumstances, however, your body expels dense, imprisoned energy that has nowhere else to go. Dark energy doesn't only exist in the mind. It hides in the muscles, fascia, and joints. When you repress trauma, emotional distress, or humiliation, it can get stored in your body as frozen data. Over time, your nervous system maintains it in place until your soul decides it's time to let go. And when the release begins, the energy stirs like trapped air bubbles beneath the surface. The muscle twitch represents trapped energy attempting to escape out. The jerk represents a spiritual spark leaving a difficult area. You are not broken. You will reboot. These twitches frequently appear in locations where your body has experienced prolonged stress. Shoulders, hips, legs, and fingers. The movement seems abrupt and uncontrollable, and it might last for days or occur only once. These jerks are also commonly seen following emotional breakthroughs. Perhaps you sobbed intensely, journaled about previous grief, or had a period of deep quiet. That is when the neural system lets go, and when it does, the actual body responds with flickers of movement. There is nothing to correct here. Don't panic. Do not pathologize it unless there is a definite medical explanation. These twitches are usually brief, and after the energy has left the region, it relaxes. You may feel lighter, more relaxed, or even more open emotionally. These motions are not random. They demonstrate that your body is responding to your soul, that the dark energy is dissipating, and that your physical form is simply shaking off the weight of what no longer belongs. This may be humiliating to confess, but after profound spiritual purification, your body odor can alter dramatically. The fragrance of your perspiration, breath, and skin may change as your body attempts to remove dense energy and imprison emotions. You may sense a stronger, almost sour or metallic fragrance, particularly after waking up or during periods of high emotional intensity. Why? Because, much as toxins pass via urine or sweat, emotional energy passes through the body's fluids and pores. Spiritual heaviness frequently leaves a chemical signature, and when it does, it can briefly alter the way you smell. Don't be ashamed of this. It's only a transient symptom till the darkness clears. Your natural equilibrium will return. Hydrate more and rest more. Trust that your body understands what it is doing. It is eliminating what no longer belongs. When you are spiritually detoxifying, your connection with food changes drastically. Some days, you may feel completely repulsed by eating, particularly heavy processed meals. Other times, you may desire something quite particular, such as citrus, dark chocolate, or salty foods. These are not merely dietary desires. They are energetic directions. Your body becomes extremely sensitive during the releasing phase. It instinctively rejects low-frequency food and seeks for what aids in the purging. Citrus may help cleanse your liver. Bitter greens may aid in emotional cleansing. Salt might be grounding you, and you may not want anything at all since your energy is focused on spiritual digestion rather than physical digestion. When your hunger suddenly changes, pause and ask yourself, what am I processing right now? More frequently than not, it is an emotional issue rather than a physical one. Feed your body with light rather than simply food. There's a reason why your breath changes during emotional occasions. Your chest contains everything: grief, worry, humiliation, and grief. So, when you release dark energy, the chest is one of the first places to react. You may experience tightness, compression, or abrupt shortness of breath without a clear medical explanation. You may speak more frequently or feel unable to take deep breaths. This is your body's way of releasing tension that has been stored in your hot spot for years. Your lungs process more than just oxygen. They are assisting you in exhaling years of unsaid agony. This does not imply you are broken. It signifies you're finally confronting what you've avoided. And when it clears, your breath gets lighter, freer, and deeper. Stick with it. Do not suppress it. Allow the discomfort to peak and subside. One of the oddest signs of spiritual release is a buzzing sensation on your skin. This might manifest as random itching, crawling sensations, or even acute pinpricks with no apparent cause. This is your nervous system's response to energetic cleansing when old energy exits the subtle body. Your skin, particularly on the arms, back, or scalp, may respond with tactile signals. It's as if your body is saying, "Pay attention. Something is shifting." And it is. Many people describe experiencing similar feelings after blogging about trauma, sobbing profoundly, or meditating. It is not a rush. It's not an insect bite. It is energy. And the more conscious you are of it, the faster it moves through. These experiences are fleeting, but their meaning is apparent. Your body's energy is no longer from sleep. This is one of the most widely misinterpreted symptoms. You are not unwell. You are cleansing emotionally, and the struggle is taking place in your belly. You see, the gut is more than simply a digestive organ. It is your second brain. It retains emotions, pain, and terror, particularly dark emotional energy that was never fully processed. Also during a spiritual release, this energy does not depart gently. It makes you feel something. You may have random nausea, abdominal tightness at your belly button, or cramping without any meal cues. This is your emotional toxins being released from the core of your existence. Consider it like this. When your neural system is saturated with previous pain, the stomach acts as a holding area. It becomes stiff, confused, and strives to keep you from feeling too strongly. However, when you're ready to release that energy, the gut must open up. And this is when the nausea sets in. This ache may appear after you have dealt with an emotional issue. Other times, it occurs amid profound stillness, when your body finally feels secure to relax. You may notice it in waves. You will feel fine. Then a random attack of discomfort appears. It is not always illness. Your spiritual system is flushing. Now here's something even more strong. After the nausea subsides, you frequently feel emotionally lighter. That's because you've just digested and released something that had been stored in your core for years. The stomach is sacrosanct. It's where intuition awakens, but also where dread lurks, and as the darkness begins to fade, it lets you know. So, the next time you feel a twist in your stomach or a sudden rush of nausea, halt, breathe, hydrate, rest. You are not falling apart. You're making room for something higher. Your sleep is a reflection of your spirit. And while you're expelling negative energy, your nights will not be quiet. At least not initially. You may toss and turn, wake up at unusual hours, or have vivid, scary nightmares. This is your subconscious emptying its vault as energy flows from your bodily and emotional bodies. The spirit needs time to assimilate information, which it does mostly at night. That explains why some people report waking up at 3 a.m. feeling monitored or too vigilant. Others sweat, grind their teeth, or talk in their sleep. This anarchy is not meaningless. It's been released. The spirit is rewiring, removing old programming and attachments from previous experiences, perhaps even prior incarnations. But here comes the lovely part. Following this turbulent phase, your sleep deepens. Coma. You awaken later, more connected. This is a strong indication that the purge is complete or nearly finished. If you've encountered even a couple of the symptoms, be aware. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. Spiritual healing is not always elegant. Sometimes it's raw, odd, and unsettling. However, each symptom indicates that you're no longer avoiding the darkness. You are confronting it. More importantly, you are releasing it. Skin flare-ups, nausea, twitching, and sleep disturbances. They are not problems. They are signals that the burden you have been carrying for years is now being lifted. So do not ignore what your body is telling you. Honor it. Listen to it. These symptoms aren't punishments. These are messages. Your spirit is choosing light, and your body is just catching up. If this video helps you better comprehend your path, be sure you subscribe to The Bloom right away, since your awakening is not random. It's strong, and you deserve to navigate it with clarity.